Hello, welcome to Wrestling with Whiteness interview number 18. I am so excited. I have Impact's Tasha Steelz today. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Blessed. How are you?
I'm amazing. I'm so excited to get the chance to talk to you, especially ahead of your match at No Surrender against Mickie James. How are you feeling heading into that match, first of all?
Um, if I tell you I wasn't nervous, I'd be lying. So,
Fair.
it's a big moment for me. It's for the Knockouts World Championship, and it's against a legend, Mickie James. So, I have a lot that I'm dealing with right now, but me being the Boricua Badass that I am, I can't let that
Yes.
sweat me. So, I'm gonna dust that off my shoulder a little bit. I'm gonna keep my training regimens, intact, and I'm gonna study that tape study of Mickie, and then going into No Surrender, we see how we get down.
Yes, I'm so excited for this match. I'm so excited for what it means for, especially since it's happening during Black History Month. I'm so excited. I wanted to ask you, what does it mean to be able to fight for this championship? And if you possibly win it, what does it mean to represent the division as an Afro-Latina?
I mean, it would be everything to me because there was no Afro Latina Knockouts World Champion. So I would be the first, and I would be making history once again. And I love making history. That's why I
Yes.
call myself the history maker. I love making history. It's a good thing for me. Kiera and I, last year at Hard to Kill, we became the first African American, Afro Latina Knockouts Tag Team Champions, and that's never happened in Impact or TNA history. So, with
Yes.
me being the first Afro Latina, if I win, when I win, the first Afro Latina Knockouts World Champion, it would just mean so much to me and my culture, and it just means that I got a lot to represent.
Yes, and I love being able to look at you as a role model. Do you see yourself as a role model, and have you been able to kind of become what you wanted to see when you were younger?
Oh man, I've never thought of myself as a role model, to be honest, but I love it when someone like you is just like telling me that you see me as a role model. I appreciate it. I do like to encourage, the youth and the young ones coming up. And I have seen that a lot in myself as a little girl. I've watched so many other women. I've seen the Jazz and Miss Jackie Moore, and I've seen the way they came up in this professional wrestling sport. So it's just um, me inspiring someone like you and other young girls. It means a lot to me. I'm a thug. I'm supposed to keep those feelings inside,
Yeah.
but it feels good. It feels good for someone like you to say that. So it warms my little black heart, and I appreciate it.
I am so excited for everything you've been doing in Impact recently. We've seen your rise. I feel like people really began to acknowledge you at Knockouts Knockdown, and they were like, okay, she's the one. She's up next. I want to ask, through your journey in Impact, how have you been able to kind of navigate representing yourself as an Afro Latina on TV, and how has Impact been able to help you to do that?
The great thing about Impact is that you get to be yourself. They never close the door on any ideas that you have or anything that you want to do. Just make it appropriate enough because we're on television, we're on
Right.
networks and doing stuff like this. So we want to, bring in a good audience. So me coming into Impact, first of all, I didn't even think I would be able to be here at Impact. So that's a blessing for me. But coming into Impact and starting with Kiera Hogan, who was one of my best friends, she just she and I helped each other just like be outspoken more and just bring everything out more of the fire and the flavor. And it helped me a lot because I'm realizing that before I came in, Kiera was the only African American woman in Impact currently. So with me coming in, me being African American and Afro Latina, it sets a bar, and I like to kind of jump over those bars and stuff like that. So
Yes.
um, it means a lot, and it's a lot of weight on my shoulder, but you know what? It's nothing that I can't handle.
Yes, I completely agree. And I wanted to touch on your partnership with Kiara a little bit. You guys
Mhm.
were so authentic in your representation of your characters and your culture. Where did you guys pull inspiration from? It was it just like, this is who I am and I'm just going to turn it up a notch because we always hear that in wrestling? Or were you looking to some outside characters and influences to kind of draw it together?
Nah, that was us. That was just all us. When we got together, we were like, listen here, we're not gonna just be some average tag team. We're not gonna be something average to where people overlook us and they're just like, oh, that's just two girls, whatever, like that. Like, we are gonna be over the top. We're gonna be spontaneous. We're gonna be just all these other things, and we're gonna make people see and hear us. And especially
Yeah.
during the pandemic where there was no fans, it's like everyone else was just more focused on their matches and doing what they have to do with their promos and stuff. But us, we're like, oh no, this is us right here. We're gonna turn it up 10 times notch, and we're gonna make you hear us and see us and feel us. And that's why we became the best during that time, and people just loved us so much. So no, it was all us, and I enjoyed it, she enjoyed it, and yeah, it was great. It was a fun time.
Yeah, I loved it so much. And I also want to touch on the Ultimate X match, which got you to where you are in this title match that we have coming up at No Surrender. What did it mean to be a part of this match? What did it mean to be able to represent Black women, Black culture, Afro Latina culture in this match, especially since it was the first women's match, Ultimate X match ever?
Well, it was the first, and it was history making. And like I said before, I love making history. I say it 100 times. It ain't history if it ain't no flavor in it. And I brought all the flavor. So it meant a lot to not just me, but to all of us girls, because normally when you think of an Ultimate X match, you think of the guys. You know, you think of the Chris Sabins, you think of the Frankie Kazarians, the Christopher Daniels,
Yeah.
the Amazing Reds, the Homicide. You think of them being in these type of matches, and never would you think that, oh, ladies are not going to do that. They're not going to climb that. They're not going to do that. But we like pushed for this match, you know? So it was just, we wanted it. We wanted to do this. We wanted to show that, hey, we can do what the guys can do. Any type of matches that you give us, we can do what the guys can do. I mean, you
Yes.
saw with the Texas Death Match with Mickie James and Deanna, and now you see with the Ultimate X match with us. It's like, there's nothing that you can't put in front of us ladies that we can't do. And representing the culture is just, it's just the cherry on top. So I'm humbled.
As we head into Black History Month right now, I wanted to see if you had any role models or any inspirations that you could think of right now that have helped you to get where you are or have given you motivation to keep pushing when it gets hard.
My main motivation is my mama. If it's not at home, then it's hard to find the outside motivation, but it starts at home. My mama is just everything to me. She pushes me when I don't want to be pushed, but she still pushes me. She helps me up
Yes.
when I'm down. She's just there. I think Mama Steelz has been just the backbone of me and making sure that I am successful today. And when I think of Black History Month, she's the first person that come to my mind, because she not only gave birth to me, but she raised me, and she put everything on the line to make sure that I am successful today. So got to give it up for Mama Steelz.
Yes, moms are so important. Is your mom going
Mhm.
to be at the match? Is she going to be there?
She's gonna be watching from home.
Okay.
I let Mama Steelz watch from home. I told her that I'll let her come through, because you know how moms are. They too
Yeah.
loud, and next thing you know, she in a fight with somebody else. And I can't have that. Mama Steelz, she's very outspoken. She's 10 times worse than me, okay? When she's into something, she's into something. Like, all my
Yes.
sporting events, I didn't want to invite her to, because I knew how crazy she gets. But
Okay.
I'll have Mama Steelz at an Impact show one day. Maybe the Philly show that when we come up here in Philly in March. But I'll have her watch from home right now, because I can't. If I win, I can't deal with if her being in the audience and how she would react. I can't deal with that.
Yes, yeah, that's super fair. I've seen you have many positive interactions with one of my inspirations as well, Swole. I wanted to ask about any stories that you have of brotherhood or sisterhood in the wrestling community.
Um, you know, it. a lot of people, they like to say like, there's no such things as friends here, but I think that that's a lie, you know. But it's just, they just don't pop out, you know, like you would normally see them. So when you do find that brotherhood, that sisterhood, you definitely want to hold on close to them. um I just, I've had my circle so small that anybody that comes around me, they know, they just know how I am. Big Swole is one of them. She's like one of my closest friends, and we lift each other up a lot, and I'm very appreciative of her. And I call her Pastor Swole because she gives me the word that I need. When I need a good word, I know who to call, and it's definitely Swole. And yeah, she's definitely the auntie, the mother of professional wrestling. Gotta love her. Shout out to Big Swole.
Yes, Swole is awesome. I wanted to ask if you had any advice that you can share for any up and coming Black wrestlers, performers, Afro Latinas, Afro Latino, any words of advice that you could share with them.
Never quit. You know, there's going to be times where the door closes on you, but don't let that discourage you. Just keep pushing and keep fighting and keep just proving who you are, and remain who you are. Don't change for it. You know, stay who you want to be. If somebody says something doesn't work, oh, that's stupid. That's never going to work. You're never going to get there. You're never going to be there. That's just them hating. You know, you got to look at where they are and where you're going to be, you know? So just keep pushing, and just stay humbled at all times. Of course, that's number one. Stay humbled at all times, but just keep pushing, and don't let anybody tell you what you can't do, because you can do it.
Yes, I completely agree. I'm so excited to see you have this match. I literally was screaming when you won the Ultimate X match. I'm going to cry when you have the match with Mickie. I'm going to record it. I'm so excited. I'm so ready for this. Yes.
Please do.
So,
Please do.
February
I need to
19th.
see everybody representing.
Yes, February 19th, No Surrender. You're taking on Mickie James. Let the people know where they can find you on social medias, all that good stuff. We're going to make sure everybody's checking out this match, because this is going to be a history-making match, like you said.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, yeah, February 19th, No Surrender on the Impact Plus app. If you do not have it, you better go get it right now. Yes. You can catch all this flavor at Real T Steelz on Instagram and the Twitter. Catch all this flavor every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Impact on Access TV, 8:30 on the Impact Insiders on YouTube. Yeah, man, let's get it. Let's do this. Yes. This is history making right here. Let's go.
Yes, I'm so excited. Next time I see you, you're going to have the belt. We're going to do this again another time, and you're going to have the belt, and I'm going to be
Let's manifest this.
It's going to be great. Yes.
I'm ready.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes.